true love, see, look, we told this last week, there's 4 different kinds of love in the Greek. There's one called SOG. Now, if you see, it'll be written love in the Bible. It'll just say, all of them say love, but they're not all the same kind of love. Okay. Yeah. SOG. See, SOG is like, it's like me, like I got this store. This is my Starbucks stuff right here. Oh man, I love this Starbucks stuff. This is like this right here. Yeah. That's my cup right there. When they come get my coffee, I got to have my cup. This is my Starbucks. I love it. You know, and I take a drink out of it, and it was like, oh man, that thing cut my lip. Man, I hate this cup. You know what I mean? It's like, as long as it's doing its job, it's conditional. I love it. Does that make sense? Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Okay, and that's a real superficial love. It's like, oh, I love this phone right here. Until that thing frees up and I'm ready to throw it against the wall. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of love. It's conditional. Okay,
man, I hate to miss this. It's been good, man. I hate to miss it.
A love called Eros. Eros love is the love. Eros love is the kind of love that's erotic. They get the word erotic from it. It's like a husband, or not husband, like a guy and a girl or something like that. Maybe he look and say, oh, you know, I love you, bro. You're fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, you got that bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? That kind of love. You know, if it's that kind, you know. So, and then all of a sudden she get real frumpy looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, girl, you know, you start to get some hell damage. You know, I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell
I don't love you no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You to the body
because
shop.
it's conditional. Because my love for her, my Eros for her, was that as long as she fine, we good. Yeah. And then there's a love called phileo. And phileo is a friend type love. It's just like, it's like the men, this is my homeboy, we down. You know what I'm saying? We down for each other. I got his back, he got my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you ever need me, man, you know, I got you, man. I got nothing but love for you. You know what I'm saying?
We got pizza.
You know, and then that kind of love is conditional too, because it's like, what? What you say about me then? Oh man, you didn't have my back when old dude tried to tell me about it. No, I ain't got nothing to say to you then. You can get out of my face, man. I ain't trying to even hear that now. You know, you got to kick rocks because it's conditional. Agape love.
That's it.
Is the love of God.
That's the ultimate love.
That's the love we're talking about. Any of them other loves, they're not the love of God. And we don't know the difference, so we think all love is the God kind of love. It's not. Unconditional love says you don't have to do anything for me to love you.
That's right. I can love you.
Wait. Hold up. I just said a mouthful. I want you to think about this. I just said a mouthful. Because see, you're talking about all this stuff you can do for God through these commandments. Right. And I'm saying God says you don't have to do anything for me to love you. Look at that. The first verse, and go to 1 John 3:1. Yeah. 3:1. See, I said 3:2 before because that was the one that said, beloved, now we are the sons of God. But 3:1 says, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, so we should be called the sons of God. Because no, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one that said, God. Which one is that one that God says that God showed us that in that while we were yet sinners? Wow.
Yeah. It's true. Love now or we feel about it, and think not yet we will be able to persuade.
No, that's not the one. Verse, it's Romans 5:8. It says, but God commended His love towards us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Like you didn't qualify when He died. He didn't wait for you to qualify. That's what's happening in these streets, man. We out here and it's like, hey man, you know God. You know what I mean? They're like, man, you know, yeah, you know, I know, I got saved back when I was, but you know, first thing I got to do is I got to fix this, and I got to clean this, and I got to stop that, and I got to do this, and man, I just, you know, I got to fix all these things in my life first. Then I'll come to the church. It's like, if you do those things, you don't need Jesus. Jesus died for nothing. Yeah. While you were yet sinners, why are you trying to clean? That's like taking a shower before you take a bath. I'm gonna take a shower before I get in the bath water because you know it's like my wife washing the dishes before she put them in the dishwasher. I'm like, wait a minute, what? You know what I'm saying? I can see rinsing these ones. Oh, but you're washing the dishes. Just put them in the drain board. We wasting water. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You wasting time. Why are you trying to fix yourself? You wasting time because you look here. Check this out. In the Old Testament, and this is still true because nothing changes without Christ. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. That's the way it was in the Old Testament. So the man that's not born again, his righteousness is filthy. The man that's born again, his righteousness is filthy rags. You know what the word filthy rags means? The word filthy rags is, it literally means a menstrual pad. It says menstrual flux. If you're now look, what happened in the Old Testament? If a woman was on her, if a woman is going through that process in the month, she couldn't touch anybody. They become unclean. Everything she touches becomes unclean. So she has to be separated for 7 days. Okay. So look, even that woman with the issue of blood, that's what her issue was. She was having problems. You know, she was having an issue of blood. Everybody she touched, she was making unclean. She just thinking, if I just touch Jesus' hem, I don't want to make Jesus unclean. I just want to touch the hem of his garment because I don't want to make him unclean. But I know if I just touch the hem of his garment, I can be made whole. Like, I'm desperate. I'm making everybody unclean. And if anybody found out in this mob of people that I am pressing through unclean, 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 people don't even know they unclean because she's making everybody unclean and she just reaching up to touch Jesus' hem on his garment to be made whole. She's making them unclean. Your righteousness is like that. And anything, if you take the righteousness of God that Jesus gave you and you touch it with your works, which are filthy rags, you make the whole thing unclean. You can't get to heaven. You will not add justification to what Jesus did to justify you. You're not going to add to it. What am I trying to say? Am I trying to get people not to do what's right? No, I'm trying to set you free so you know you're walking in the pleasure of God now. If you know you're a son now, will it not affect you? If you found out you were royalty right now, well, I know you are, but I'm saying, let's say, I'm talking about in the natural sense. Let's say you found out you got king lineage, and all of a sudden they start bringing they want to take you and whisk you away to your mansion, to your castle, and and there's all these butlers and everybody's in there and stuff like that. You're gonna walk up and be like, yeah, what's up? Even Obama didn't walk up and he changed some stuff, but he didn't walk in the White House and say, yeah, first thing we do, we about to pimp my White House. He changed, but there was some conforming that he did. There was probably some things that he knew that he used to do that he couldn't do in this new state of royalty. Like the girl that got married to the dude over here in England, Meghan Markle. You know what I'm saying? You think she walked in there and be like, yeah, what's up? We about to turn this place out. You know what I'm saying? We about to put, I'm about to make this, this place like back in Mama's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, she came in and she knew she had become royal, and so she began to step into her royalty. Does that make sense? She stepped into her royalty.
That's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do.
As people on this earth.
Yes.
We need to realize that we are kings and queens.
Come on. That's right.
And we need to respect each other as kings and queens.
That's right. That's
right. In my walk of life, and this is with my family. I'm basically basing everything around my family. Yeah. Because the fact that when I was out there in the streets, I did things that I shouldn't have done. Sure. I knew about, how you say, do as I say do, don't do as I do. Right. Okay. So when I was in the streets, I was saying, okay, well, we doing this together. We drank together, we smoked together, we partied together, we run together, we did worthy things together. Right. And now that I've tried to reform myself and get back into the right, get back on the right track. Right. Because you can't straddle that fence. No. Yeah. You straddle the fence.
My grandpa always said
that's the least of your worries.
So what I've been trying to do with my life now is let my children know that, look, although the things that I've done in the past was wrong, I know they were wrong. I'm asking for forgiveness because, see, unless you ask for forgiveness, you can't receive forgiveness. Right. And the Father, if I ask you for forgiveness, you don't give it to me, you'll hold yourself. So I always ask forgiveness for all the sins and all the things that I've done in the past. And I try to rectify it. And with my family, I try to get them together, but they feel that, just like I try to run a small business, just like you do. Sure, yeah. If you hire 50 people in here, and you tell them I'm gonna give you 6. When payday comes, that's what you expect, right? Yeah. But I can't seem to get them to understand that if we work together as a unit, if you work together as a unit, and you understand that, look, this part right here can't make it without this part over here. Right. So if I say, look, man, this is what I'm paying you for this day, even though the job paid me $20,000
Right.
or $50,000,
Yeah.
I can only pay you this amount of
Right.
money.
Yeah.
But down the line, when you come to me, just like when I go to my Father,
Right.
which
Right.
is in heaven,
Yeah.
when I fall on my knees and say, Lord,
Yeah.
you know what I'm going through?
Right.
Show me grace, show me
Right.
mercy.
Right.
Give me what you think I need for this day. And when I ask him that, and he give it to me for this day,
Yeah.
he done already fulfilled
Yeah.
my need.
Right.
So I'm trying to help fulfill my child's need over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't give you all of it.
Right.
Just like the prodigal son that took everything
Right.
he had, went out there, bloated and squandered it all out. And then when he came back, he would sleep with the swines and all that stuff.
Right.
When he did all this stuff. But then when I try to tell my kids these stories about the prodigal son, when I try to tell them about all these other things, they act like, well, what is that to me? You got it as far as mine anyway. Right. But you got to earn it. You know, you earn it, you live with it, you squandered yours off. So I'm going to kill the fatted cat, maybe bring you back into the fold, just like they did. But you got to understand, you got to work for it just like I had to work for it.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was
especially
working for
if
you and you
if
tell
building, if you're building a legacy to pass on, it's got to be built to pass it on. I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you're building up something, and you got to be able to manage it so that there's something to hand over
to someone else.
When it's
But
all
if,
said and
if I'm giving it all away
right,
every day,
yeah,
by the time it's time for me to go, then I ain't got nothing to listen to but my word.
yeah.
I'd say, well, I done told you to do this and I'd ask you to do that.
Man, let's. I know. Like we, you know.
I gotta be
We don't have to do this whole chapter. This is a good conversation. I think it was real good.
Yeah.
And I think I think it answers a lot of questions that people want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like you brought up some things. You know what I'm talking about? That was, you know, because sometimes like you're the heartbeat of what people like what the heart of people are. There are people that's wanting, like you said, trying to get on the right track. And they just kind of come back in and get back in place. You know what I'm saying? And so we just, you know, we you know,
I'm trying to
you
stand.
represent those people.
But I'm still like this.
We got to close it out. Y'all together?
Well, separate clothes. No, I brought him out of here.
All right. So let's pray real quick. And we have to get on up out of here, man. So I appreciate you. Respect y'all time, real talk. Father, thank you so much for these men. Father, I thank you, Lord, that you've chosen them. Lord, you selected them. You brought them to you, revealed, Lord God, the truth to them, Lord God. They came, they believed. Father, you've accepted them. Thank you that you've made them righteous, Lord God. You've made them sons. You've justified them. Father, I pray, Lord, bless you, Lord, bless their businesses, bless everything that they have, Lord God. I pray you multiply it for them, Lord God. And cause them, Lord, to be safe. Bless their families in Jesus' name. Thank you. Bless you, man.
You know,
Hey man, God bless you, brothers. Thank you, man. I almost forgot you was there.
Really, y'all.
We got some deep in conversation, man.
We don't revolve around things revolve around
All right,
us.
brother, man. Love you, man. Y'all be safe.
Remember that. That was good. I like that. I needed that.
I still,
Man, have a good business,
I don't
man.
revolve around.
I know the sonship thing, but I still
Yes, sir,
struggle.
man.
I'm happy I gotta finish this.
But realizing
Thank you, brother.
I gotta do this.
No, man.
Trying to break that.
Real talk.
you know what I do
Oh, yeah.
to try to help because I still do.
We walk around. I could be. I could went to church in the morning. Man, good, awesome word. Like feel completely different, and then go about the day like start feeling all icky, all tired, and groggy. And, I don't feel like I'm supposed to feel. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I found it comes in for me. The day that you told me, when you were son, I needed that day, man.
What was your name again? Right, Ronnie.
See?
I'll try to remember that.
I know you, man. Good, all right, brother. Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
For real.
Who was that on his text and it text me for 555? Wait, hold on. Not 555.
Was it you? Probably said
probably you.
777.
Yeah,
That was me. That was me. All right.
Man,
All
I'll
right.
be back here shortly.
Okay. Yeah. That day, I needed that. And what I realized is the words that we speak, builds us a
well,
house.
I play this all the time.
When our house
Go out to my
gets
car right
weak,
now. That's all I listen
we
to.
have a house to use boards. We have some wood to use boards to prop our house up with.
Yeah.
Use that board for that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me speaking in your life, telling me, man, you're a son, you're a son.
Yeah.
You came back and told me that. I needed that.
Yeah. See, we know it, but it's like we forget it.
Right. All right, man.
We need to hear it every day.
It's to you.
See, Joe.
And I be walking in the store saying,
Yeah, man, that day, I needed that. I was like, man,
It's almost like I feel like
I seen my fruit. You know what I mean?
it's almost like I don't feel worthy or don't.
Oh, I know.
I should be doing more.
Yeah.
Like my life should look more
than that.
because people are watching. And
More down there, man.
That's what they keep saying.
man, I know this, I get the feeling all
You ain't no
like.
slap me on that cheek.
I try to say that.
Put that on you.
I don't like.
I love the Lord.
I got authority. I'm a son. You know what I'm talking about?
myself.
Dipping that
Yeah, right
thing, man.
there.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I've been totally different
yeah.
ever since. That day I was relaxed. My appetites changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I still. He was talking about it today. He hit it right on the head. Investing in people, in love. Just today, I said, if I'm gonna start going around to my old friends, because the people I used to hang with,
Yeah.
I ain't seen them. You know what I'm saying? If they can't get out to see me, I'm gonna get out to see them. Because I'm always walking. I'm gonna be
Right.
that. You know what I mean? I said, God, let me be that person to go. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up, man. Come on, get up. Let's do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not me. But I'm like, I felt good. And then he hit it, I was like, man, that's eternal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be there. I want to do that.
Right.
But that comes from me getting that, man. Other than that, I don't know that. But it made, I swear to you, a big difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Not even in my thoughts. It's just, I felt different. For real, man.
Man, I am. I'm trying to kick that. I got.
What do you want me
I got to
to
do this.
It's like when I got up water road.
I got to do this. Like, I'm trying to keep that mentality, man. Like, just know,
Man, come and be in this house at 6:30.
just stop.
Just stop.
That's why he's Jesus, man. Just stop every day. And I know he's got to be telling me to stop.
Man, you might not even see
You're a
it.
son.
You might not even see it, but I've seen a major difference.
Yeah.
For real, man. If you don't feel like a son,
Sometimes I do.
you sure do act like one. For real, man.
Sometimes I do, man, and I'm on keys. And then it's like, I think it's the enemy, man, to come in and like try to convince you you're not.
Right.
Or like, see, you didn't handle that the way you should have.
Right.
Or man, it could be slacking. This could be slack. I'm slacking on my prayer life.
Right.
Man, all these people I should be praying for, like you.
Right.
Man, all these people start coming on my brother Leo, pastor, man, he's over. I ain't spending enough time to pray.
Right.
I ain't read my Bible enough.
Right.
I get in there a few minutes, you know. I get up and, man, I struggle. I get up at 6:20, get me a cup of coffee.
Get out here and
Man, I get in there and it's like, man, I didn't really study.
Right.
I can't fool myself.
Right. Then one thing I found out with the work thing is I can't make it a chore because I won't do it if I do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be like that.
Right.
Man, I get to walk out there and walk out the corner.
That man,
I want to be like,
that man didn't fall.
Right.
He didn't open his mouth like this.